Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Behind the Groove podcast. I am DJ Keo.
And I am Basil Barrington, and we are back with another film review. Today, we are going to take a look at The Last Spark of Hope. It is on Amazon. It's available on Amazon. This
Mhm.
is a 2023 film, and it looks like Amazon just, placed it on, Amazon Prime Video. So that's what we have. IMDb gave it a 5.6 thus far. It looks like it has about 900 reviews. And I was looking at something else on this, and I was looking at the gross box office revenue.
Mhm.
Dude, it said $260.
Wait, what? That's
Exactly. I was like, what
what?
is that real? $260? I was like, what is, and I
I
mean,
think we're funding for this movie.
we have, this is the 2023 movie.
Mhm.
It's 2025. You mean to tell me in 2 years this joint made $260?
Dude, I can do that with my friends, man.
Give me an iPhone. You know what I'm saying? I can I
Right?
can produce this joint here.
That's
What do you
crazy.
what you think about this film? By the way, man, this was an interesting film. It was like sort of, it wasn't apocalyptic because all whatever happened.
Yeah,
So
it
it was
already
just,
happened.
yeah,
Like, this is left. That's it.
right.
Uh, the way it starts and she's telling you, like, the earth is destroyed and yada, yada. I was like, okay, cool. I wanted to see some of that. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, like, I was like, okay,
show me how it
all right.
happened.
All right, well, it's just you left. Okay, that's interesting. Um, it's got this depressing. Okay, it's the thing. It's got this depressing topic, but it's not depressing. If that makes any sense, like the way
Mhm.
the actress is acting and the robot, everything that's going on, it's just like pretty normal. Like this is life, but the topic is you're the last person on Earth, man. It's just you.
Yeah,
And and you go down, it's like you go down a certain level of elevation and you're just gonna die from cancer or whatever poison is out there.
exactly.
The toxins is there, like you're just gonna die. So, she's going into town and she's picking up supplies and like that's the movie, really. That's honestly the movie. Um it was interesting. I'll put it like that. I think it's hard to watch for people who are Western eyes. Like I'm Canadian, but I grew up in America. Like
Mhm.
I live in America for most of my life. Um, I couldn't. It's the thing, like you can't. It's hard to understand stuff for people like who are in Eastern Europe and like what they went through, especially after World War II. And we
Yep.
talked about it a little bit offline, but like how they grew up as kids in this life, especially like if you think of like Russia after communism fell, and it was Mad Max up in Russia, man. It was
Mad
crazy.
killings, the whole nine.
It was crazy. The mob took over the country, and
Mhm.
it kind of it's normalized now. They got a McDonald's or a Big Tasty, whatever they're calling it. Everything's kind of normal now, and it's like a Western country. But like, it was crazy in the '90s, man. In the '80s and '90s, it was nuts.
Yeah.
And Poland was like that. Germany was like that. And a lot of these places now you can go visit, and it's cool. It's no big deal. They see black people all the time. It's nothing. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like how
Mhm.
they grew up is wild. And for me, I only grew up in everything's being good.
Yeah.
Like I said, like I as a child, I never experienced any of this stuff. Everything was pretty chill. Like what I'm saying, we had political stuff, but it wasn't like this.
Yeah,
It was pretty chill.
with that
So like,
huge.
mentally,
Mhm.
I'm saying like it was hard for me to connect with stuff like the ideas in the movie. And the thing is though, we have movies like this.
Yeah,
But, like,
we
it's
do.
something about it, it was just like, this is it was different. I don't know how to explain it. And things wild, I know a ton of people from Russia, Ukraine, a couple of my good friends are Ukrainian. I know one of my boys is Polish. So, like, I know this stuff. I talked to him about this stuff, but I don't know, there's something about this movie I just couldn't connect with. And I think
Mhm.
culturally, that's the reason. What
Yeah,
did you think?
I think you know, the North American audience may not be feeling this. Maybe the Mexican audience, because I've seen some Mexican films that's
Yeah.
sort of
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
this, just sort of like,
Yeah.
just like, what is this? That sort of thing.
Like,
Definitely,
because nothing happened
yeah,
there.
America
Like,
and Canada, we may not be feeling this, dude. We may not be feeling this. The other thing is this, right? The film,
mhm.
it looked visually, it looked okay,
Yeah, it looked good.
but there were a lot of like just mishaps, things that
Mhm,
just didn't make any sense. I'll give you
mhm,
one example. Okay. So she has, and I'm gonna give you a very basic example. So she
mhm.
has two oxygen tanks that she keeps in a cage for one, right? Why in a cage outside, right?
It's just you.
How is she refilling them? How is she refilling them? That's what I want to know. Because when
Great.
she went to like the power plant, which was so weird because in order to get into the power plant, she had to like, basically rope down from one of the chimney stacks, right? And I'm just like,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
then when she got all the way down, there was a door there that went outside. I'm like, why would you go all the way up to the top of a chimney to go all the way down to get to the ground level? Why not just open a door? Right? It's just
But
like on the
I
ground
think
level.
that was a visual thing of that would be cool if we had a shot of her climbing down the thing
Yeah,
rather
but
than just open the door.
yeah, okay, so keep that in mind because okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that's probably like the director and the writer, they were like, hey, this would be cool. Not
Mhm,
understanding like, but does that make a lot of sense? You know what
mhm.
I'm saying? And then
Yeah.
the oxygen tank is just like, okay, how is she refilling it? Does that make a lot of sense? The other thing is this, right?
Mhm,
So you have a robot. The robot is programmed not to
mhm,
harm humans. It is
mhm.
programmed to protect Eva. That's the character's name, Eva. And
Only person to protect is her,
right,
only.
exactly. And the robot's name was what, Astra or whatever, something like that.
Artur.
Artur,
Artur.
Arthur, right,
Yeah.
So the robot is programmed to protect Eva, period.
Mhm,
Also programmed to not harm humans, right?
mhm.
And the robot sees and can recognize Eva because apparently it has like facial recognition algorithms, right?
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me that, okay, if you're programmed to not harm humans and also programmed to protect and not harm Eva, you just looked at her, recognizing her because you have facial recognition, and you just looked
Mhm.
at her and let her die? See, that's what I'm saying. See, these are
Mhm.
things that kind of are very interesting to me. The other thing is she played him. She played the robot. She was like, "Hey, you know what? I'm a refugee. Hey, I'm an intruder, right?" And so
Mhm.
that means to me like, "Oh, okay, you know what? Maybe this robot's facial recognition algorithm only works on her." Because facial recognition is all about like, I mean, even if you don't see the entire
Yeah, it's like the
face,
eyes or
right?
whatever,
The
just the
eyes, do the
nose,
eyes
the
match, right? So it's just like
yeah.
you missed that as a director writer. You missed that, right? You missed the
I
fact that a robot, you gave this robot directives
Mhm,
that it can't harm humans. It just did. It
mhm.
watched a human die. You know what I'm saying? It watched
Yeah.
the person you're supposed to protect. You didn't protect it. You watched it die. So I'm just like, when I again putting that all together, and I'm just like, you know what? This it feels a little bit like a film student project, to be honest with you,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
I mean, it could have done with a couple rewrites and
A
maybe like
lot. Yeah.
a big beat of action or so like because that like the largest bit of action for the whole show is her driving the car into the robot.
Yeah.
That's it. She
Mm.
jumps out the car, and so like
That
I
was the
I
money part, huh?
feel
The explosion,
yeah
the money
yeah.
part.
To me, it would have been more interesting if she interacted with like other robots down there, or there are other humans that are preventing her from getting stuff. Like that aspect of it would have been more interesting to me rather her dying because she forgot the password lavender. That was it. Like that burned me
Mm.
so much because I was like I would have found a way to get back inside. Like to me, it like a better thing for the story would have been, she broke her encampment, she blew it up, trying to get back inside to get the password, and now she has to start over from scratch again. Like
Mm.
that would have been more interesting. But no, she just died because she forgot the password and she couldn't get past the robot. And I was like, that sucks. Like,
And when she went into the city, she had a gun with her, right? She had like a little like
Mhm.
mini rifle. I'm just like, okay, if this robot is in your way, you're trying to like get in, why won't you just use the gun? And the other thing is like, so okay, it's just her and a robot. You mean to tell me that out of all the robots you could have created, you
Mhm.
created this robot? This robot looks like it was a robot first made in the 60s, dude. Come on.
The original.
I'm like, this is
I
the
mean, like,
original robot. Come on.
I my issue with the robot is, especially for like, because she needs parts and stuff like that. I would have taken the robot apart like 20 years ago. 10 years ago, I would have taken the robot apart
Yeah.
already, just
Hmm.
left the voice box and just put it in the corner next to the toaster. I would have left that because she's like, help me put she's talking she's trying to put the power cells or whatever solar
Excuse
panels.
me.
She's trying to put up on the ceiling or in the wall.
Hmm.
And he was like, the robot was like, I don't do that. Like, I was like, well, what you here for?
Yeah.
I don't need a robot guard. If I'm the last human on Earth, because the robot kept telling her, you can't go down there, it's not safe. And I thought it was because there was people down there or wild animals or something. Nope, just her. So
Hmm.
I was like, safety is, well, you need an oxygen tank. Okay, well, that's a different level of safety then. So I don't need you as a guard robot anymore. You're
Like,
useless.
and if there are no people, according to Eva, why do you need a guard robot anyway? You
That's
know,
another question.
just like, hey,
I mean, if
take,
there's nothing in the area or whatever, because she's putting up coordinates and whatever to get some
yeah,
people to come back to her,
hmm,
like there's nothing,
yeah.
then I don't need a guard robot. Like whoever's gonna come there is gonna be too weak to do anything to me, so we're good.
And then not only that, right? She dies by just telling, her last words, her last dying words were, take care of my lavender plant, right? And so
Mhm,
that was the password. And then when they went to the communication center where someone actually was trying to communicate with her, you know what I'm saying? So it was,
mhm,
so again, when I look at this, when I'm watching this movie, I'm just like, wow, there is just a lot of, they don't, it just seemed like the writer like really didn't understand how like these things work, how a robot works. If you're going to
mhm.
say, hey, robot, do not kill people, this is the person you're supposed to protect. It's going to make sure
Mhm.
that you don't die. Or it's going to do everything it can to make sure you
Yeah,
don't
I
die,
thought
you know?
the robot would have went inside and brought her water or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Just
some kind of
just give me
logical
some
thing.
water. You know what I'm
Or
saying?
she would have tricked it to bring the password thing out. The robot can do any of that stuff. It's just
Yeah.
basically guard dog. Um, that I think that kind of irritated me. Like to me, it would have been more interesting if she had repurposed the parts from the robot, and then people showed up, and then now she can't defend herself because the robot is taking apart. Like that would have made more sense.
Right.
Or like some kind of aspect of it is like maybe she can't turn off like there's a bomb that goes off of if you can't do the password, but she can get in and get her stuff, and then she's got to start over, like something like that. It could have added to the story, but like I feel like the story was pointless, and that's what I was talking about offline. I was like the story felt pointless, and it felt like it was aiming, or like a good chunk of the story is her talking about she wants to marry the robot, and then she's talking about, look, I can't get inside because I don't know the password. Like that's like 40 minutes of the movies right
Oh my
there.
goodness, forget about it.
At least 40, 50 minutes of the movie is her talking about, I don't know what the password is. Hey, I'm a refugee. Ah, sorry, I'm an intruder. Not that didn't work. All right, I
Yeah.
forgot my thing. That didn't work. Like,
Now the
and then she's
robot's
laying
confused.
outside. Right? And then she's laying outside. That was like, okay, when the movie started, I was like, okay, this is interesting. Like, she's surviving, whatever. And, like it needed that thing that, because, you have that thing that pushes the story forward. And the thing that puts the story forward is she forgot the password. That's not a thing that pushes you forgetting the password and then you have to leave now. That's the thing pushing the story forward. But you
Mm,
didn't leave. You stayed there and died. Like it was bothering me. Like there's stuff that I liked about I like the setting. I like the visuals of the movie. I thought that was kind of cool, because it's like it's low budget but interesting, and like the stuff in the city like where she's exploring, that looked good, like it looked interesting, right? Because you have the
mhm.
huge power plants and all this other stuff, like, so that was interesting. but like nothing happens. And
Nothing,
that's
dude.
the part that irks me because I feel like the setup was good, the acting was okay, it wasn't bad. I didn't even mind the robot. I was like, "Alright, that's fine. It is what it is." Like,
Hmm.
but like nothing happened. She just dies
She just
outside.
died, dude.
That's
And
bro.
you mean to tell me? And the other thing is this, right?
Mhm,
Again, if the directive for the robot is to not harm humans, period, humans,
mhm.
period, humans, and
Yes.
also to protect and not harm Eva. You mean to tell
Mhm,
me, first of all, was there a back door? She never tried the back door. You know, she never like tried to like go around the building to get in or anything like that. And I'm thinking like, well, what if she just like said, you know what? I don't have the password. I'm going to get the password. I'm going to walk, I'm going to walk inside this building. So you
I think
mean
the
it?
robot would shot her, man.
Okay, okay. So see, that's what
I
I'm
was there.
saying, right? So it's just like, if you're saying as a writer, that
Mhm,
this robot has directives that it cannot harm humans and it has to protect Eva and not harm Eva, then
mhm,
that's totally thrown out the window because the robot watched her die. The robot didn't give her water to prevent her from dying. And I'm just
mhm.
like, dude, this is confusing. The writing, like
Yeah.
again, like I said, this is a college film student project. You know, that's
No,
just what
but
it is.
and it's the thing that I because of the types of movies I've been raised off of, I expect something to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like something what's the opposition thing that moves the story forward and makes you have
Hmm.
to do the hero's journey or something. Like there was no hero's journey. It was like you start here and then you die.
Yeah,
That was the movie. Like so like I wanted the thing of well now I gotta venture outside of my camp because I gotta get batteries for the robot or we ran out of water and so I gotta get out of the camp and I gotta go figure out something else and then I discover a new camp and there's new people over here or something like just something. And then it moves the story. Like there's nothing that moved the story forward. She forgot the bastard and died. That's the story.
that's
And
it.
like I I liked a lot about the movie. Like I liked the actress. I thought all of that was fine. But like it for me, and I think it's because of how I was raised and the movies I've been watching my entire life that I expected something else to happen.
Yeah.
And when nothing else happened, I was like, "Oh, this is some bullshit." I was like,
Man, listen.
I threw my hands in the air, like, "Oh, come on, man."
And here's the other thing that I think which was really telling. Again, the two things
Mhm,
is the robot has a directive; it cannot harm humans, and it
mhm,
has to protect Eva. And obviously, she's a human, so it cannot harm her either. And it would have,
mhm.
right? But dude, the robot was so snarky. The robot was straight trolling her. You know, when she was just
Yeah.
trying to get in, it was just like it was straight trolling, and I was like, "Wow!" So you told the robot, you gave the robot directives that, like, hey, you know what? You cannot harm humans, but you
Mhm,
control humans when they are about to die. So I'm
mhm.
just like, what? This is yo, dude. I'm confused. I'm confused.
Mhm,
There are so many sort of like indie films like this, and again, I'm like, first of all, you got to give the director and the writer are the same people. You got to
mhm,
give that person some props because they did something creative and they actually got it on a platform as well. So
mhm.
that's very cool. However, man, they got to get back to the drawing board because this one right here, this ain't hitting right here, man. This was like it was again, it was confusing because it's just we know what a robot, again, if you look at Pluto, it was just like, the robots can kill humans. And the only
Mhm,
reason that they did kill humans is because they were reprogrammed to kill humans. This one
mhm.
wasn't reprogrammed, but it still snarked her out, it trolled her, and didn't give her water and watched her die. Where's
I
the humanity in
That
the
was wild
robots,
to
you
me.
know?
Well, I felt like it needed a purpose and she needed to do something besides go to the city and try and get water and not fail there and come back and die. Like I needed something to happen. Like she goes somewhere, she learns there's more humans, like something.
Yeah.
Like she didn't even get the benefit of there's more humans on Earth here. She didn't even get that part. Like she just
And
died and like, oh, by the way,
And the other thing is like if you're gonna have these one person like films, like I mean, can give me some eye candy. You know what I'm saying? Give me some eye candy. You know, it's just like, okay, well, the script is like not that great, the writing isn't that great, but we're gonna give you like you know, someone that people can like, you know, relate to or something like that. You know, be it a guy or a woman, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, hey, you know, and again, the whole snarky trolling like a robot, I'm like, wow, this is
Mhm.
crazy. The robot is about to let a human die, and the robot is snarking her out, be trolling her.
I It would have made more sense if the robot got the water though. Like that would have made
Yeah,
more sense
right.
because it knew who she was. It wasn't like the robot was confused about who she was. She knew she
Hmm.
was. It was like, give it past her. No
Yeah.
passer for you. All right. Well, I can't help you then. Too
Yeah,
bad.
that's old. See, to me, that's like again, this is an old robot. This is old programming. You know, it's just like, hey, you know, this is it. You know, this is the person you're supposed to protect. You know what they look like. You have like facial recognition, the whole nine. You got
Mhm,
played, you know, because you know she was like, hey, I'm an intruder. You know, I'm a refugee, and it's just like now the robot
mhm,
thinks that there are other humans. And apparently there is because, you know, at the end of the movie, again, the people she was trying to communicate to just putting out a SOS, someone
mhm.
answered it, right? And so that, the way the movie ended, like, okay, the human who the robot is supposed to protect, the robot let the human die, one. And then when she was dying, her last dying words was take care of my lavender plant. That was the password. And
Mhm.
then the SOS was answered. Dude, that's terrible. That's terrible. That's
No,
terrible, man.
it's that's the style of movies that a lot of Eastern European movies are like this. They're
That
kind of
ain't good.
depressing.
That
They're
ain't
they're
good,
they're
dude.
kind of a shock to the system, especially for us because we're from North America. So
What
that's
do
a
you think?
factor. I'm pretty sure it's a factor.
Guesstimate on how much you think the film budget was for this movie.
Oof. I think it costs a little bit of money, man, because well, okay, I shouldn't say that because the location was available. Like this stuff was like this over there.
This was shot in
Um,
Poland. Hmm.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So there's bound to be stuff that you just go there and shoot at. But
Hmm.
um, I don't know, maybe a million or two. It probably costs
Yeah, I was gonna say about
as a
between
student
two and
film.
$5 million.
Yeah, yeah, like in that range, because like it is a thing. Like it looks good.
Hmm.
And it sounds proper, like, it sounds like they put some work into it, the
Yeah.
visually, like, it's that this t unless you, because there's certain people, like, was it Gareth Edwards that did that the Creator movie where he did everything, he shot it on, like, a regular camera,
Hmm.
like, that unless you're, like, super creative like that, like, your stuff costs money.
Right.
And
Hmm.
so, I don't know, like, I thought the director did a good job. I thought the writing coulda done a US rewrite, but,
Yeah, for real.
it was fine.
Hmm.
Like, if you're into this kinda stuff, this nihilism kinda stuff, it's fine. I wanted something to happen. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Like, I
and
needed that, the
it didn't happen.
resolution or
Hmm.
same thing. Something had to go wrong at camp, and she has to go out to the world and go fix it. Like that would have helped tremendously to the story because I'm used to the hero's journey in movies, and there was no journey. It was just like
None.
die,
Yeah,
die here, lady. That's the journey.
just like that's it,
So
man.
I couldn't get into that. I'm sorry, I couldn't get into that. I need something to happen. Like she saved the day. She saved some kids or whatever. Like
Right.
you gotta do something.
She ran into some other humans who had a robot too, you know, so or
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like that,
Something
man. You
has to
know,
happen as a resolution. I don't know.
it's
You need
crazy,
something.
man. We are talking about The Last Spark of Hope. It is available on Amazon. Kia, what are you going to rate this movie?
I give it a 5, and I give it a 5 because technically the technical aspect of the movie is good.
Mhm.
Like, shot well, audio's good, the visuals are good, um, acting is fine, like, the technical aspect of it was good. The story, I did not like at all, right?
Yeah,
I'll be honest. I
right.
The story irked me so much, and, especially the ending, and I was like, "Yo," I was about to throw something on the ground, like, "What the fuck? What?"
This
I
is
wasted an
crazy.
hour and a half for nothing to happen. What? So
Mhm.
that brings the score down. Had she got off camp and found some survivors, something like that, I would have rated the movie differently.
Yeah.
Or if like something interesting happened, like it was a pack of wild dogs, or like just something crazy down there, like some hybrid human thing that
Yeah,
the
something like
monstrosity
that,
was
right?
down there
Yeah.
because that's full of toxins and stuff, and she's got to survive out there. And she makes it back to camp, and she forgot the password. I'm like, okay, all right, oh, that's interesting. But like, it was just like, no, she died because she forgot the password, bruh.
Yeah.
It irritated me.
It's
So
crazy.
that I give it a 5.
I am also going to give this a 5. Visually, it was okay, and that's why it's
Mhm.
getting a 5. The writing sucked, dude. Again, like I said,
Yeah.
you made you gave the robot the personality of just like an a-hole. This robot was an a-hole. It was snarky. It was trolling her while she was dying. Um, you know, like you said, there could have been other avenues they could have gone down. Like, hey, take the robot into the city, and maybe that robot is battling another robot. You know,
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
or how
something.
about this? How about now that you can't get into the crib or into your place,
Mhm.
go into town, try to find something to defeat the robot, maybe a laser or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And here's
There
the
you
other
go.
goofy thing, right? So
Mhm.
when she went to the power plant, opposed to just on the ground level, opening a door and going inside the power plant, they
Mhm.
made her rope down
Mhm.
one of the smokestacks of the power plant. And then when she got down, she was on the ground level and she saw sunlight and everything else. And I'm like, why? You see, there was a huge disconnect here. I think that
Mhm.
this writer and director, who's the same person, I think that this may have been their first film. And hopefully they'll get better. And hopefully they'll maybe introduce the script to some other writers. Maybe they can tighten it up, because again, we both gave this joint a 5. And
Something was there, right?
yeah,
There's stuff that I sat down and watched the whole thing. Like
yeah.
something's there
I mean, it
that
was
was
it was
interesting.
kind
I
of a
like.
shorty, an hour and 30 minutes, so that was pretty short. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? I sat down,
Yeah.
watched it in the morning with my coffee. It was again, the only thing that kept my interest was just visually, the
Mhm.
robot could have been a lot sexier. Like give me a newfangled robot. Don't give me one of these robots on like moving around on tracks. You know what I'm saying? Like what's up with that? That's crazy.
Mhm.
Well, there you have it. Thanks for checking out another episode of the Behind the Groove podcast. I am Basil Barrington.
I am DJ Keo.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And until next time, peace.
All right.